Hello, I'm Emma, and I'm going to walk you through my project with Robin AI. Robin AI are a small startup within the legal tech sector. Our goal is to automate low complexity tasks in the legal sector. So, let's say we have a company, Facebook, who wants to invest in LinkedIn. To do this, LinkedIn needs to share a lot of their financial information with Facebook, but they don't want Facebook to go and tell the rest of the world all of their financial data. So LinkedIn will send Facebook a contract ensuring that they don't do this, called a non-disclosure agreement, or an NDA. So typically what happens, our client, Facebook, receives an NDA and they send it to a lawyer. Now the lawyer will check the NDA with a rule book and correct anything that's wrong in the NDA. This can typically take a lawyer 50 minutes to mark up one NDA. It's expensive for the client because we all know lawyers are expensive. And if we think about the day-to-day activities of a lawyer, she might be speaking in court, negotiating, putting together cases. Now, all of this work is quite hard and very difficult work that requires creativity. Or there's marking up an NDA, which sure requires a lot of concentration and diligence, but isn't particularly hard and isn't particularly that exciting. So she doesn't like doing this task. Let's say instead our client Facebook receives an NDA, and instead they send it to us, Robin AI. We check the document and then we send it back to the lawyer. This then takes 10 minutes of the lawyer's time, a lot less cost to the client, and we have happy lawyers because they're spending less time marking up NDAs. So how exactly does Robin AI go about this process? Well, we split it into three main sections. Let's take the example of the sentence, "The courts of Uganda have jurisdiction to settle any disputes." Firstly, we want to find this sentence within the document. Secondly, we want to check with the rulebook whether it's correct. And thirdly, if it's not correct, we want to rewrite this sentence. So we may want to change that sentence to, "The courts of England and Wales have jurisdiction to settle any disputes." So this is the Robin pipeline. My part of the pipeline is to locate the sentence. So you can imagine an NDA is anywhere between 5 to maybe 20 pages long, and we're trying to locate one sentence within this document, so this jurisdiction clause, I'll call it. This is like trying to locate a needle within a haystack. So to do this, I used the BERT model, which is to tackle this natural language processing binary problem. So when I feed an NDA through my model, I can correctly identify a jurisdiction clause 90% of the time. So this is great, but there's not just these jurisdiction clauses within the document. There also might be governing law, remedy, confidential information, arbitration, the list goes on. So instead of just trying to find this one jurisdiction clause, we're now trying to find the pin, the needle, the nail. And when we do find this pin, actually say, yeah, this is a pin, not, oh no, that's a nail. So the problem becomes much more complex. When I run this multi-class problem through my model, I can obtain a correct identified sentence 76% of the time. So how has this helped things? Well, instead our lawyer is spending 10 minutes less marking up an NDA. This is around a saving of £10,000 per lawyer per year for the client. And we have happy lawyers because they're not spending as much time marking up NDAs. Thanks for listening.